with spring beginning to appear. Now it's still freezing, but it looks warm and inviting and beautiful in the morning here now. I'm in New York on the East Coast. And what I want to introduce into my rituals, most of my rituals take place a couple throughout the day, but mostly in the morning. I really kind of get up early and reserve my mornings for myself, since the rest of the day isn't always mine to do what I want with. So this morning, I reintroduced a practice that I used to do every single day, and it centered me in such a beautiful way. I want to share it with you. I think I've even talked about it before, but I definitely had replaced it with some other things that are also good. But I'm really trying to discard something that may have just become a habit and has lost its significance and bring forth things that really have a deeper meaning for me. So before I even turned my legs to get out of my bed, I lay still in my bed, awake, and I concentrated on circular breathing. Circular breathing is where you draw up, so your image is that you're drawing up your breath from the earth. And I do try to do this also when I ground outside, but you draw up the breath through the bottom of your legs, through your root, up the back of your body, and then with pressure, you're kind of pressing it up through the center of your spine. And then I feel it pop out the top of my head. And then in the exhale, I bring that breath back down. I tighten my pelvic muscles so that the energy doesn't escape. And I try to connect that breath down energetically to my root again, and then draw the next breath up my back, pops out the top of my head, and that's when the exhale starts. And, in the beginning, this might have to be a very quick cycle if you don't have a lot of wind. And you can get longer and longer breaths as you have more and more capacity to do so. But even just three full circular cycle breaths stabilizes your nervous system. It gets you in a place of readiness. And if you do wake up with anxiety or a racing heart, or you do wake up feeling like a little dread, because listen, unfortunately, right now, we live in a matrix that is absolutely hell bent and determined on keeping us in a state of dread. So if you wake up that way, this is a really good way to give your body the signal to all is well. Let's balance within ourselves the things that we can and let go of the things that we can't. So that I did that this morning, and it was really moving and centering and got me like aligned. So I offer that to you today. And I guess I ask you to look at your morning rituals and ensure that they're not any kind of positive habit. I'm certainly not going to poo poo. Like, whatever you can get yourself to do every day that is good for you, I'm all for it. Keep doing it. Just make sure that it's still doing what it's supposed to do for you, and that you've imbued it with a little bit of the divine, that you've brought a little bit of your relationship and energy of God into it, and you've made it now a ritual, not just a habit. I think those things are really different, and I think that's really important. I think it can set your day in a beautiful way. And that's what came up for me today. And I will see you tomorrow.